The Great Wall of China hides something living that scientists have not realized for centuries. An ancient message from outer space has been discovered in Brazil, and in Pompeii they found mythical figurines. I'll also show you what a medieval phone app looked like. About these discoveries of archaeologists and more, watch in this video. Hi friend, you're on the KirTop channel. Human bone tiara. Archaeologists in Altai have discovered ancient jewelry that is about 40,000 years old. They were found in Denisova cave. One of the unique finds was a diadem made from the bone of a large mammal, preliminarily human. Such artifacts had not previously been found in the monuments of the Denisovan culture. In addition to the diadem, archaeologists found in the cave beads and pendants of various shapes, made of stone, shells, bones, animal teeth, and mammoth tusks. Denisova cave is a famous archaeological site where numerous artifacts and remains of ancient animals were discovered from 1977 to 1984. The remains of Denisovans, a species of human related to Neanderthals, were also found there. Denisovans separated from the Neanderthals about 640,000 years ago. Interestingly, Neanderthals, Denisovans, and Cro-Magnons, ancestors of modern humans, coexisted and even interbred. Denisovan DNA is present in the genomes of many people in Asia and Oceania. What other secrets do you think Denisova cave holds? Write in the comments under the video. Something alive behind the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China, built during the Ming Dynasty between 1368 and 1644 and spanning more than 21,000 kilometers, continues to amaze scientists. Over the past 5 centuries, approximately a third of the wall has been destroyed, but much of the structure still stands. The studies showed that living cement plays a key role in maintaining its strength. Compacted earth, including soil and gravel, was used during construction. New research has found that the wall's strength is affected by biocrust, a layer created by the growth of cyanobacteria, mosses, and lichens. These organisms form a structure similar to cement, increasing the wall's resistance to erosion and damage. Of the 8 main wall sections studied, 67% contain biocrusts. By comparing the strength and stability of rammed earth with biocrust, scientists found that it significantly reduced porosity and salinity, and increased reducing erosion, and increased compressive and shear strength. This living cement appears to make the Great Wall more resilient to climate change and natural wear and tear, highlighting the importance of biological processes in preserving historical sites. Message from space. The Inga River in Brazil is home to the mysterious Inga stone in the state of Paraíba, causing much controversy in the archaeological community. Unknown geometric symbols are carved into the surface of this 46-meter-high gneiss stone. The origin and meaning of these symbols has not yet been revealed. Do you think they indicate a forgotten civilization, or are they a message from the ancestors? This stone is at least 6,000 years old. There are other stones encased with carvings nearby, but they are not that interesting. Archaeologists Gabriel Baraldi discovered the first Inga cave in 1988. In total, he examined almost 500 symbols on the walls of the caves. Most of them are mysterious, but some undoubtedly depict space objects such as the Milky Way and the constellation Orion. Some scientists see in them similarities with ancient Phoenician and Egyptian writings, others with runes. The study of the symbols showed that they may be associated with ancient beliefs, for example with the cult of fertility. One research has suggested that the Inga stone may contain an ancient solar calendar. Other hypotheses involve contact with extraterrestrial civilizations or even ancient formulas or mathematical equations. Stone discs with stars and sun. In the Italian province of Trieste, archaeologists have discovered 2 unique stone discs with a diameter of about 50 centimeters, one of which is believed to be a celestial map about 2,500 years old. This discovery was made in the fortress of Castelli de Ripon-Piccolo, dating back to the period between 1800 and 400 BC. The disc contains 29 stars, 28 of which are still visible in the night sky. Researchers from the Italian National Institute of Astrophysics say one of the discs may depict the night sky over Ripon-Piccolo 2,500 years ago, making it the oldest celestial map found in Italy. There are also images of constellations such as Cassiopeia, Orion, Scorpio, and Pleiades. The researchers used Stellarium software to simulate the night sky of the time. They found that one star, Theta Scorpii, which was visible in 1800 BC, is no longer visible. This suggests that the location of the signs on the map was not random. Of particular interest is a 29th star on the map, which does not correspond to any of the stars known today. In any case, this discovery demonstrates the high level of astronomical knowledge of ancient cultures and shows that ancient people used the stars for navigation and rituals. Luxurious tombs. Archaeologists excavating the site of a future solar power plant near Rome discovered an ancient Roman necropolis with 67 skeletons decorated with gold jewelry and expensive shoes. The find dates back to the 2nd to 4th centuries AD and is believed to have belonged to the Roman elite. Among the artifacts found were rings, amulets with precious stones, terracotta dishes, Roman coins, and glassware. The skeletons were buried shallowly at a depth of approximately 50 centimeters, which allowed them to be preserved from agricultural activity. Archaeologists suggest that the unique tombs imitated the architecture of the early homes of the dead. Many of the graves were family graves, and some skeletons were found in each other's arms. These burials are planned to be moved for public display at the Castel Santa Severa in Italy. Further research will reveal more about the lives and origins of the deceased. I'm not an archaeologist, but I don't quite understand why human skeletons should be displayed in a castle for public display. Maybe you understand? Write your opinion in the comments under the video. Mythical figurines. In ancient Pompeii, archaeologists have found 13 terracotta figurines that may reflect the myth of the goddess Cybele and Attis, known for her tragic love story, jealousy, and the idea of rebirth. These figurines were discovered in a house named after the fresco Leda and the Swan, which depicts Zeus as a swan and Leda. The figurines were found on the 2 meters of pumice, and scientists believe they may depict the ancient myth of Cybele and Attis, which originated in Phrygia, present-day Turkey, and was popular in ancient Greek and Roman cultures. In this story, Cybele falls in love with the young Attis, but his love for another causes her jealousy, as a result of which Attis falls into madness and loses his life under the pine tree. After this, Cybele asks the gods to turn Attis into a pine tree with violets, symbolizing eternal life and renewal. This myth is often interpreted as a symbol of the cyclical nature of life. Ancient calendars in the USA. At Castle Rock, Pueblo, on the Mesa Verde Plateau in the United States, where Colorado and Utah meet, archaeologists have made astonishing discoveries. In an area known for its unusual rock formations and ancient cave paintings, scientists have discovered many new petroglyphs. New engravings on a stone that is about 3,000 years old may change our understanding of the culture and history of this area. Archaeologist Radoslav Polonka from the Jagiellonian University said that at an altitude of about 800 meters above the known settlements, numerous lines and spirals were discovered engraved on the walls. The spirals, whose diameter reaches 1 meter, could be used as calendars to mark important dates and conduct astronomical observations. These finds can radically change the perception of this era, when the Pueblo people led an agricultural lifestyle and made baskets and mats. Beautiful and mysterious. An archaeological discovery in Norfolk, East Anglia, had sparked interest among scientists around the world. A gilded silver object dating from the late 8th or early 9th century was discovered in Langham and has become the subject of debate among historians. This 19.5mm artifact features intricate designs and a depiction of a stylized animal looking back over its shoulder. The technique used to create it involved mixing mercury with gold powder, which demonstrates the high skill of its creators. The uncertainty of its purpose adds to the mystery of the find, which demonstrates an appreciation for the beauty and grace of the period. As Helen Gick, a fine officer at Norfolk, noted, the item was crafted with the same care as a piece of jewelry or a religious text. The gold and mercury used in the manufacture may have been imported from Spain. Gick suggests that the artifact could be part of the staff. Norwich Castle Museum has already expressed interest in purchasing the item for its collection, highlighting its significance and uniqueness. Remains of a lost pagan cult. Archaeologists near Prague have found a unique bronze buckle depicting a snake-like creature devouring a person or a frog-like object. This discovery may point to a forgotten pagan cult that connected different regions of Central Europe in the early Middle Ages. The buckle found in the Czech Republic was initially thought to be unique, but similar buckles have also been discovered in Germany and Hungary. Archaeologist Jiří Macacek claims that the find may indicate a previously unknown pagan cult that survived before the spread of Christianity. The symbolism of the buckle is still unclear, but researchers suggest that the image may be associated with creation myths, where the fighting against a snake or dragon is a central element and the interaction between a snake and a frog may indicate a fertility cult. Research shows that these buckles were made in the 7th and 8th centuries and were worn by the Avars, a nomadic people who settled in Hungary and created an influential state in Central Europe. The items were made from copper mined in the Slovak Ore Mountains and became popular among other people of the region, including the Slavs. Medieval smartphone app. Did you know that the predecessor to modern smartphone apps was invented in the Middle Ages? It was a Volvo, an interactive device made of paper that performed many functions, from calculations of celestial bodies to medical diagnostics and navigation at sea. A Volvo consisted of one or more rotating paper discs printed with data that the user could combine to perform calculations or find answers. This invention was similar to the astrolabe, an ancient instrument for observing the positions of the stars. The first Volvo were created by Ramon Lull of Majorca, a great philosopher and scientist of the 13th and 14th centuries. Lull called them volvelli and led after the Latin word volvere, meaning to rotate. He used the subject to resolve religious disputes by unifying different elements of thought and language through complex geometric figures. Volvelli were also used to tell time at night, which was important for the correct administration of drugs. In the Middle Ages, volvelli were often associated with magic and fortune-telling, but over time, they became a valuable tool for the accumulation and generation of knowledge. Today, volvelli can be found for educational purposes, demonstrating the historical roots of the principles of calculation and visualization. Is it possible to resurrect dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are amazing creatures that reigned on Earth for millions of years until they disappeared about 6 to 6 million years ago. They have always excited the minds of people seeking to recreate their lifestyle and appearance. However, the question of particular interest is it possible to resurrect dinosaurs with the help of modern science? DNA is a fragile molecule that stores genetic information and degrades quickly after the death of an organism. The chances of finding intact DNA in fossils are very low, although it is sometimes preserved in cold or dry conditions. Currently, the oldest DNA sample is about 1 million years old and belongs to a mammoth. Findings of DNA from dinosaurs that went extinct 66 million years ago have not yet been confirmed. Interest in resurrecting dinosaurs is sparked by the study of other molecules such as proteins. They can provide information about an organism's DNA but cannot recreate it completely. In 2007, fragments of collagen were discovered in the bones of Tyrannosaurus, which became a sensation but also raised many questions. However, despite progress in the study of ancient molecules, we are not yet able to recreate dinosaurs. But besides recreating DNA, there are many more reasons why this is not possible at the moment. One of the main reasons is the climate. At our level of oxygen in the atmosphere, a dinosaur would not survive even a day. Rock spheroids, 1.5 million years old. In the 1960s, archaeologists in northern Israel discovered an unusual find: almost 600 stone balls in an area dating back 1.5 million years. A recent analysis of 150 of these balls showed that they were created by our ancestors. This discovery suggests that early humanoid creatures sought to create symmetry and were fond of craft work. The use of modern technology has made it possible to accurately measure the angles and curvature of the surface of the balls, as well as determine their center of mass. The analysis showed that the spheroids represent complex technology, indicating the high cognitive abilities and skills of early Acheulean people. It would seem like ordinary stone balls, but how much they can tell about our ancestors. 1.5 million years ago, our ancestors had completely different thinking and needs. Therefore, the creation of such artifacts in those years was considered a huge achievement. Patron of dogs. The term saint is not used in the Buddhist tradition, but the story of Brahman Kukuripa of Kapilavastu clearly demonstrates true holiness. This wanderer, having given up worldly pleasures for the sake of enlightenment, once saved a puppy on the verge of life and death and took care of it. Upon his arrival in Lumbini, the birthplace of the Buddha, Kukuripa found a companion who became his close friend and ally on the path to enlightenment. Leaving the animal to guard the cave, he continued his search for the truth. 12 years later, having mastered the abilities of prediction and foresight, Kukuripa received an invitation from the gods to the heavenly sphere. There he continued his research but did not forget about the dog. Food and water for the pet appeared in the cave by themselves. When the time came to go to Nirvana, Kukuripa refused, citing concern for his companion. However, the gods persuaded him to return to the dog. Having met his pet, he recognized her as a Dakini, a goddess who taught him steadfastness of mind and clarity of consciousness. Kukuripa, who became the guru and patron of dogs, returned home, gained many disciples, and dedicated his life to the benefit of all living beings. After death, as expected, Kukuripa ascended to heaven. His image, always accompanied by his faithful dog, remained in culture as a symbol of unbreakable devotion and spiritual wisdom. Many thanks to everyone who watched this video to the end. I can only find out whether you like it or not by your comments and likes under the video. I have already started preparing the next video about new unusual finds of archaeologists for you. Thanks for your views. Bye everyone!